Welcome back everyone to another NeoVintage Plays. My name is Steve, and as you see, I'm rolling solo today, so I wanted to take the time to do two things at once. Kind of discuss Mortal Kombat 11's Season 1. I've been playing it since it released, so it's been almost a year now. And I have a few thoughts on it, so I kind of want to do that, as well as also look into Spawn. I have not got to try him yet. He is the most anticipated character that was teased for the DLC. But he was unfortunately also the last one. Now, I know that it kind of gets into a little different there because there are other characters who have been teased and almost confirmed, and yet they weren't in the game. They're not in the game yet. I'm obviously speaking of Ash Williams, who was teased back way from the beginning, before I think any fighter was confirmed. Ash Williams was data mined, and then he was also teased. You can hear a chainsaw, which is his signature chainsaw arm, in there. So we're gonna just kind of go through Spawn a little bit because I know he looks cool. I know there's so many other people who were able to do early gameplays of him, so I'm kind of just gonna go through his movesets really quick. Mortal Kombat 11 did a lot right, and I'm not. I guess some disclaimers. I'm a die-hard fighting game fan. I've been playing them forever, and I will continue to play them. I almost play them every single one, but I'm not at the point where I'm gonna ignore the game aspect because of the fighting is solid. I'll give you that. The fighting is solid. The graphics are great. The characters look good. The characters are unique. The moves are solid. But when you taint your game with other aspects, you know, the Evo, going to Evo every year and all that kind of stuff is fine. But when you kind of burn your hardcore fans who aren't the hardcore, you know, the more casual players and stuff like that, that's when you kind of hurt a little bit. So Spawn looks great, and I'm surprised the game against the Joker, because he's actually a big problem I have with this game. And it's not because he's kind of cheap and nothing like that. I think when Mortal Kombat wants to do guest stars, this back and forth they've been doing with Injustice, because they make the Injustice games, it's just awkward and kind of dumb, and I don't like the way Joker looks. He reminds me almost a lot more of that emo Joker that we got in Injustice 2, just to put the Joker in the game. Spawn looks great, a lot better. I mean, not just graphically, because he looks better than Soul Calibur 2 Spawn, but he looks a little bit better. I don't know too much more about Spawn. I know where his creation is, and I read a little bit of his comics. I never saw the terrible movie. I know there's another movie in the works. So let's run through his moves really quick. So he's got his chains, his enhanced ones with a blast. Okay. Oh, wrong move. Oh wow. Okay, that's actually I actually really kind of like that. That's probably a throwback to who Spawn is. I will admit again, I'm not the biggest Spawn fan. Break the opponent's armor with the soul shattering. Okay. Okay. Like that. Wow, so you can break through the armor, which some other characters have those as well, obviously. So the unholy, he's very flashy and with his cape and everything. Okay, so that's his. Alright. So he's unique, actually. Hold on. Cancel. Oh. I know what they want me to do. I just. They want me to do the cancel. Yeah. Like that. Okay. So his combos are pretty straightforward. He fits more than some of the other DLC characters. He's actually, so far, I'm actually kind of liking him a lot. His combos are simple, you know, simple inputs. I like that he fights with this cow. Okay. And alright, okay. So I kind of got the gist of him. He fits more than some of the other characters. I actually really don't like the way Terminator felt in the game. I really didn't like the way Joker kind of played out in the game. I just felt like they they belonged in a different fighting game. They definitely didn't belong in Mortal Kombat 11. And that kind of just gets me to the point of that Fighters Pass 1, and I guess you can kind of call it Season 1 in general, because they've already kind of confirmed there's a second season coming out, more updates and stuff like that. It was a solid game when it came out. Then it was looking good, and then it started just muddling itself with these other characters that just kind of break the world of Mortal Kombat. I know it was kind of cool to have some of these guys guest star early on when they were making Injustice every other year. But when you go in here, let's go look at the roster, the way the roster is now. I mean, it's a solid roster when you're looking at the base characters. A lot of fan, returning, like Noob coming back and Cabal coming back. But then you get to odd choices where I understand Aaron Black and Devora had a big presence at the fighting game, tournaments and at Evo and some of these other tournaments I've watched. I get why those three are, well, and Kotal Kahn as well. But Kotal Kahn is so important to the story, which we can't forget how good that story mode is. But bringing back Sindel was great. Collector, I feel, is probably going to be these three right here. Collector, Cetron, and Geras are probably, I call them throwaways. They probably will never come back in another Mortal Kombat game. Then you get Terminator, who just doesn't fit. He plays super choppy. He isn't as smooth, and I know other people really love him, and I'm kind of in the minority here. He just doesn't fit this aspect. His moveset is kind of weird. It's all shotgunny and juggles, and it just something about it doesn't fit. It was cool. I liked kind of playing as him a little bit. His costumes are nice, and the style works, but something about him I just cannot keep playing. And then you go to the rest. You have Shang Tsung, who fit the game perfect. Nightwolf, who fits perfect. You have Spawn, who from quick first impressions as you saw, I believe fits perfect. Joker plays just as awkward and kind of sporadic as he does, and I know he's a fan favorite right now. I saw people win. I think Sonic Fox just won a tournament with him, and that's great. People who like him love him. I just feel like Mortal Kombat needs to start relying on its own characters and its own IP. I know some of the characters are dead and stuff like that, but not having a good balance of that. I get it. There's only really 3 guest stars, but when the season passed, was it 3 and 3? Shang Tsung, Nightwolf, and Sindel. So 3 and 3. When half the pass is guest stars, it just feels like you're trying to sell me guest stars when the game has so many more characters. There's so many people, Takeda and all them, who didn't come back from Mortal Kombat X. So. But those are just my real negatives. Besides that, the microtransactions, I'm not going to even get started on that. Terrible. You got to really grind to get costume pieces and stuff. The microtransactions, put NetherRealm on watch, because they are getting a little too fruitious with that. And that's not even the right word. But they're just getting too comfortable with it. And you guys got to watch out for that. So let's do a couple just little fun plays. Again, I'm going to go with the Inner Demon spawn. And then we'll just have random. I don't care. Alright, Kotal Kahn it is. So leave him on medium. Again, I'm not warmed up. I've not played the game actually in a while. I've been playing it on and off for the year it came out. It came out during a time where it was hard for me to focus. I had a lot of personal things going on. So it was always there as a comfort. So I love his opening. I did see this. I'm not gonna lie. I looked that up on YouTube because everyone said it was dope, and it is. I know he does talk about also his connections to the DC realm.
Why not let them? Because you're cunning them, Cody. Round 1, fight.
So let's see. All right. It's funny. Kotal Kahn actually was one of my least favorites in Mortal Kombat X, but ended up becoming a favorite of mine in 11, just because having a little bit more time to see who he is and everything about him. I really like that move. Something about Spawn just fits this. I like just the little bit I've played him. I'm like, I kind of want a Spawn game. I'm gonna have to start looking into
Fight.
more of his stuff. He's just flashy, and I like it. He's dark, flashy, and it just makes sense. I don't know why they waited so long. I mean, Spawn's been asked for in Mortal Kombat since like 9, and Ed Boon's been teasing it forever. Even before Mortal Kombat 11 released, he had that weird interview with I believe Angry Joe, who was like, "Is Spawn in the game? Because it is what it is." And I think actually McFarlane was the first one who kind of leaked it out, who said that he felt that Spawn was going to be in the next Mortal Kombat game, and obviously he would know. So I've not seen his fatality, so okay, kind of suffocate. Oh wow, okay. That's good. Alright, not bad. I also feel like the fatalities in Mortal Kombat 11 overdid it with the gore. They amped up the gore. I'll give them that. But they kind of took a step back with the actual moves. Like, okay, that one, he picked him up and exploded him with the chains. Where I feel like other Mortal Kombat games just had a little bit more style, and I think other characters have a little bit better. Actually, I think a lot of those, the killer blows almost look a little bit better than some of the fatalities. And I don't know why I feel that way, and I don't know if anyone else kind of feels that way. So we'll do one more fight for you guys, because I just wanted to kind of get my opinion for Mortal Kombat 11, where it stands as of right now. Obviously, if they do a revamp, or they do a Season 2, maybe Jabril and I will jump in, because he enjoys Mortal Kombat for what it is. He's I don't think, a crazy diehard fan, but he does like playing him for fun.
Speak for yourself, not Kano.
My blades are sharper than my tongue.
Then shut the fuck up and fight.
Ooh,
Round 1. Fight.
violence. Having Cabal back too is just so fun. Ouch. Because I spent a lot of time playing as Cabal in Mortal Kombat 9, and then for him not to be an X, I really did not enjoy X. Let me just tell you, it wasn't just because Cabal wasn't in there. It's there's a lot of problems I had with X. Oh, can I amplify the gun? Yes. Alright, very cool. Now, I want to see Spawn's Fatal Blow, because again, that is also I have not seen. But maybe I'll wait for round 2 for that.
Let's go. Round 2. Fight.
Alright, so there we go. He just flows well. I think he just flows really well. And there's he already is my favorite DLC in the whole game. I'll give him that. I was worried about maybe his frames being a little bit off, being so big, but it looks like they found the right balance. Oh, I wanted to see my. Oh well. What was that finisher? Oh yeah. Alright guys, so it's gonna be it for me today. I didn't want to put I don't know, an hour-long Spawn video, because I haven't had the chance to really play with him and really break down his moves. But I kind of just wanted to do a small 5-minute discussion of what I think Mortal Kombat 11 stands. It stands as a solid game. Actually, I take that back. It stands as a really good game, and I've played tons of hours. I think it's my most played game in 2019 besides Kingdom Hearts. And it just fits because it's really starting to go back to its roots for a lot of things. And then, you know, it messes itself up with these microtransactions, and that's why I'm just saying they need to be on watch. But luckily other people felt the same way, and it is what it is. But between the Conquer mode, the story mode, the characters, the game is solid, and it's really growing. And I hope Season 2 kind of rejuvenate it just a little bit, and I hope they kind of really go focus more on their Mortal Kombat lore. Like I said, Ash Williams is pretty much confirmed to be in the game, so now we know